Chlorine, the invisible hero. Everything you need to know about the forgotten element. Chlorine is an essential chemical element that plays a significant role in various aspects of life. In this text, I will discuss in detail about chlorine and its importance as a nutrient. 1. Chemical properties of chlorine. Chlorine is a non-metallic element with the chemical symbol Cl and atomic number 17 in the periodic table of elements. It is a halogen and belongs to group 17, formerly known as group VIIa. At room temperature and pressure, chlorine is a greenish-yellow gas with a pungent odor. It is highly reactive and forms compounds with a variety of other elements. 2. Occurrence of chlorine. Chlorine is one of the most common elements on Earth and occurs in various forms. It is particularly present in salt compounds, such as sodium chloride, table salt, which is found in large quantities in seawater. Chloride ions are also present in many minerals as well as in soils and rocks. 3. Importance of chlorine as a nutrient for living things. Chlorine is an essential nutrient for many living things, especially plants and some types of bacteria. It plays a crucial role in photosynthesis, the process by which green plants convert light energy into chemical energy. Chlorophyll, the green pigment in plants, contains chlorine and is responsible for absorbing light energy needed for photosynthesis. Without chlorophyll, plants cannot photosynthesize and would die. 4. Function of chlorine in photosynthesis. In photosynthesis, chlorophyll molecules absorb light energy from sunlight. This energy is used to break down water from the soil, releasing oxygen. At the same time, carbon dioxide is absorbed from the air and converted into glucose. Chlorine plays a crucial role in stabilizing the chlorophyll molecule and in the transfer of electrons during photosynthesis. 5. Chlorine in the human diet. Although chlorine is essential for plants and some bacteria, humans do not need chlorine as a dietary supplement because they usually get it from their diet. Since chlorine is found in large amounts in table salt, sodium chloride, it is indirectly absorbed through salty foods such as soups, snacks, and canned foods. However, some people may be deficient in chlorine, especially if they have certain medical conditions or are on an extreme diet. 6. Health effects of chlorine deficiency or excess. A deficiency of chlorine in the diet is rare but can lead to disturbances in the body's water balance. A severe deficiency of chlorine can lead to a condition known as hypochloremia, which can cause symptoms such as fatigue, muscle weakness and acid-base imbalance. An excess of chlorine is also rare but can occur in the form of excessive salt consumption and can lead to health problems such as high blood pressure and cardiovascular disease. 7. Uses of chlorine in industry. Chlorine has a variety of uses in industry. It is used to make chemicals such as hydrogen chloride, chlorine bleach, PVC, polyvinyl chloride, and other plastics. Chlorine is also used to disinfect water and make disinfectants in the food industry, healthcare and water treatment. 8. Environmental impacts of chlorine compounds. Some chlorine compounds, particularly chlorinated hydrocarbons such as PCBs, polychlorinated biphenyls, and DDT, dichlorodephényltrichloroethane, can be persistent and accumulate in the environment. These chemicals can have serious effects on the environment and the health of living organisms, including bioaccumulation in the food chain and disruption of hormonal processes. 9. Safety aspects of chlorine. Chlorine is a corrosive and toxic gas that can be dangerous if handled improperly. It can cause severe burns to the skin and respiratory tract and can even be fatal in high concentrations. Therefore, the safe handling of chlorine and its compounds in industry and in the home is crucial to avoid accidents. 10. Conclusion. Chlorine is an essential element that performs a variety of functions in nature, particularly related to photosynthesis in plants. It is also widely used in industry, but is used with caution due to its toxic nature and environmental impact. In the human diet, chlorine is mainly present in the form of table salt and plays a role in maintaining water balance in the body. A balanced amount of chlorine in the diet is important for health and well-being. The most common chlorine deficiency symptoms: high blood pressure, too much salt, shallow breathing, kidney dysfunction, tumors in the colon adenoma, hair loss, cardiac dysfunction, liver function problems. Chlorine helps to rid the liver of harmful substances. Muscle cramps, low blood pressure, disturbances in the acid-base balance, tachycardia, accelerated heartbeat, growth disorders, tooth loss. Dosage. The dosage of chlorine for human consumption is not relevant because chlorine is not consumed as a dietary supplement or directly as a source of nutrients. Humans mainly obtain chlorine indirectly through the consumption of foods containing salt, particularly sodium chloride, table salt. The recommended daily intake of sodium is usually around 1500 to 1300 mg per day for adults, which is about 3.8 to 5.8 grams of table salt. However, these amounts are not specifically based on the chlorine portion of table salt, but on the sodium content, because sodium chloride is the main source of sodium in the diet. It is important to note that excessive consumption of table salt can be associated with an increased risk of high blood pressure and cardiovascular disease. Therefore, it is recommended to moderate the consumption of salty foods and prefer a balanced diet with a variety of fresh foods to maintain health. If you have specific questions about your diet or health, it is best to consult a doctor or nutritionist. Characteristics. Chlorine forms a cooperation with potassium and sodium. Which foods contain chlorine? Unsalted nuts, emmental cheese, cream cheese, vegetables, natural yogurt, fruit, chips, ready meals. Which herbs and vegetables contain chlorine? Kelp algae, olives, table salt. Smoothie recipe for chlorine deficiency. Olive burner, 1/2 bunch of curly parsley, fresh. 80 grams ripe bananas. 4 small kiwis. 190 grams apples. 25 grams lemon juice, freshly squeezed. 30 grams orange juice, freshly squeezed. 250 grams mineral water, long life. 12 olives. Put everything together in the blender and then enjoy in a glass. Recipe: vegetable rice with spices. Ingredients for 1 serving: 50 grams rice, 10 grams fat, corn oil, 40 grams peas, chilled vegetables, 1/4 tablespoon salt, 110 milliliters of water. Preparation: briefly steam the rice in hot fat. Pour water over it. Add peas and rice and steam on a low heat until the water has completely evaporated. Enjoy your meal. Your Daniela. Recipe: various vegetables in the oven. Ingredients for 1 serving: 200 grams frozen vegetables, depending on taste. 1/4 liter vegetable broth. 1 stroke 4 stock cube with 1/4 liter water, 50 milliliters yogurt, 1 egg, 25 grams cheese, toast cheese, 1 pinch of pepper, 1 tablespoon of oregano, 1 pinch of salt. Preparation. Step 1. For the delicious gratin, preheat the oven to 200 degrees. Step 2. Boil the vegetable stock in a saucepan. Then add the frozen vegetables. Boil briefly. The vegetables must still be firm to the bite. Strain and put in a dish. Slowly mix the yacht, egg and spices and mix over the vegetables. Sprinkle the gratin with cheese and put in the oven for 20 minutes. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Serve the gratin on a plate and garnish with basil. Recipe: spicy vegetable soup with fried toast. Ingredients for 1 serving: 150 grams chilled vegetables, as desired, 1 liter of soup broth, 1/4 onion, 1 teaspoon oil, 1 slice of toast, 1 pinch of nutmeg, marjoram, thyme, salt and pepper, 1 tablespoon butter, 1 pinch of herbs from Provence. Preparation. Step 1. Prepare the soup. In a large saucepan, sauté the onions with the oil until golden brown. Add the chilled vegetables and stir briefly. Add the soup stock and seasonings to taste. Cook on a low heat for around 20 to 30 minutes. Step 2. Preparing the toast slice. Spread butter on both sides of the toast slice. Add the herbs de Provence. Fry on both sides in a non-stick pan. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Serve the soup in a soup bowl with the fried slice of toast. Rights and ownership notice. This audiobook is published and distributed by Testbericht-Institut LLC. All copyrights, publishing rights, distribution rights, audio rights, and related intellectual property rights for this work have been lawfully and exclusively acquired by Testbericht-Institut LLC. Testbericht-Institut LLC is the sole and unrestricted rights holder of this audiobook, including the right to reproduce, distribute, publish, monetize, and publicly perform the content on digital platforms such as YouTube. The original manuscript files, source documents, and contractual acquisition records serve as proof of lawful ownership. The original author and/or their authorized representative, Renovatio LLC, has transferred all relevant rights to Testbericht-Institut LLC in accordance with applicable copyright and publishing law. This ownership applies to all current and future uses of this work, including audio, video, and digital publications. Effective date of rights ownership: the 1st of February 2026. Any unauthorized use, reproduction, re-upload, redistribution, or claiming of this content is strictly prohibited. Copyright Testbericht-Institut LLC. All rights reserved.